And next guest, Republican Senator Tim Scott from South Carolina. Senator, you've got a list of failures from the Biden-Harris administration. Let's start with just Friday.
Oh, yeah.
12,000 jobs. That's total jobs. Take out government, and we lost private sector jobs.
Unbelievable, Charles. Let's add a little color to that as well. They had to adjust the jobs report 800,000 down. So add on top of that 12,000 jobs created in the private sector, it's a negative job growth. It's been a negative job growth for a long time. Here's what working people know right now. Under the Joe Biden-Harris regime, things have gotten worse and worse and worse. It's not just gas prices. It's not just keeping your home cool or hot. It's not simply the cost of food. It's a loss of jobs. Unemployment's ticking up, enthusiasm way down. This is a recipe for change.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why we should be excited about 4 more years of Donald Trump with inflation 1.4%, unemployment record lows, and more money in your pocket.
Yeah.
The contrast couldn't be clearer.
No, it couldn't be. You know what's intriguing?
It's a good time to be Republican.
You know what's intriguing to me is as much as of all the hand-wringing from the Biden-Harris camp about Trump's taxes, right, they were able to enjoy those 2017 tax cuts. And here's the thing. You point out that if they are allowed to expire, we will see just how impactful they were to the middle class, because they're going to hurt American families if they're not renewed, right?
Charles, it's a $4.1 trillion tax increase. On top of that, Kamala Harris wants to take the corporate tax from 21 to 28%, another $2 trillion, $6 trillion of extra weight on the backs of working class Americans. It's just too heavy. Let's give the back a break and elect Donald Trump back to the White House. It is the fastest way for your back to feel better. Put the Tylenol down, put the Advil down, and let's just reelect Donald Trump and have a good time explaining to the American people why $4,000 is actually real money in your paycheck. Why having unemployment at record lows for blacks, Hispanics, Asians, 70-year low for women, 50-year low for the majority population? That's called more excitement, more enthusiasm, and more momentum. This is an easy choice economically, and from a leadership standpoint. Close the southern border. Let's replace disrespect on the global stage with respect from our adversaries and our allies alike. Senator, this election is incredibly important.
Let me pick up on those two things. First, the border. Immigration is number 2 issue.
Yes.
For a long time, for a while this summer, it was the number 1 issue. And VP Harris, to your point, has taken pride in helping this go along. You know, people break the law when they enter our country illegally. And, you know, for all of this talk that there was a bill submitted, that was a bill really to legalize this stuff, or to make people who are here illegally citizens. The idea of getting pushing folks out who are here illegally, have the mechanics been worked out on how that would be done?
You know, one of the things I've heard President Trump talk about was the first interaction an illegal immigrant has with law enforcement is the first opportunity to get them out of the country. That is what I call common sense. If you do that enough, it starts impacting the entire country. The second thing I'd say is let's also ask Kamala Harris for her plan, because she's for the wall, but also against the wall. She's for fracking and also against fracking.
Yeah.
Like she's for baseball and apple pie, but then she's also against apple pie and baseball. So here's the question: you can't believe what she says because she doesn't know what she believes.
Yeah. Well, we already know that
Donald Trump has a record on the border.
Depending on where she is, the accent changes, and depending where she's campaigning, the commercials change.
Hallelujah! Exactly.